Welcome to Dream Lifestyle TV. In the studio today, we have the pleasure of having Jean Archary. She's embarking on a new program that we call Revenge Body. So I will let Jeannie introduce herself and then we will roll with the program. Jeannie, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm great. Thank you.
Beautiful. Good to see you today.
Thank you.
How was your session this morning?
Amazing, as always.
Now, you've come back. You've been training for the last how many years?
I joined DBF. I was just about to turn 39, and I was on a mission to achieve a big 40th birthday goal. And so I saw this billboard saying lose 12 kilos in 12 weeks, and I decided to sign up.
Now,
10 years later.
So you've been training for the last 10 years.
Almost, yeah.
And if I have to say, I've seen such a big difference in your body. I've seen a very big difference in your psychology. I've seen very big difference in the relationship with the people around you and the relationship with yourself. I've just seen big difference. But today I want you to take us, hold our hand, and let us walk us through the privacy of your mind. Tell us, what exactly is Revenge Body about?
Wow. I'm turning 50 next year, so it's a big one for me. And I realized that, I regretted not having achieved my 40th birthday goal for quite a few years. And I decided, I've been working towards this for the last 10 years now. And I decided that this is something I want to achieve for my 50th. I don't want to have regrets. I probably won't end up achieving it for my 60th. So this is the D-Day. This is the time that I have to achieve this. If I don't get to achieve this, I know my progress is just going to be slowed down. I'm not going to have the motivation or the incentive to actually do this again.
Now, right now, your plate is full. You are an author, you are a mother, you are a speaker, you are an entrepreneur. You just launched, I think, a new business in the last 2 weeks. How are you going to keep this commitment with everything else that is going on in your life?
The easy part is the training. Coming to gym, I train 5 to 6 times a week, sometimes twice a day when I'm feeling motivated or energized. So training is a part of my daily program, my daily life. There's no way I will not train unless, of course, I'm ill or I have schedules that's not aligned to or allows me to train. Usually my training starts in the morning as soon as I do the school drop-off, so I manage to fit everything else into gym afterwards. I've made some huge changes in the last couple of weeks. I've actually moved closer to my gym because I was living about 8 kilometers away and it was causing a lot of inconvenience in my life. I'm now 2.3 kilometers closer. So that's going to save me a lot of time. I'm going to start training in the evening, so I'm going to change my routine a little bit so that I can actually start my day earlier and get more work done during the day.
I've seen you train, and we'll play some clips for the viewers to see how hard you train. What changes are you going to make that will make a big difference? What is it that needs to, what are the main things that you need to drop?
Well, there's 2 things that has been slowing down my progress. Firstly, I have an underactive thyroid, and I'm not using that as an excuse, but it does make burning calories a lot more harder. It does make losing weight a lot more harder. My training I'm extremely happy with my training. I think I can push my training a little bit more, but my diet, that is the big problem. Diet and I think mindset is going to be my 2 biggest challenges for the next year.
So what changes or what are you going to bring in to make sure that you harness your psychology, which is your mindset, your nutrition, and your training? Because if there is no alignment, then we're not going to achieve this goal the same way you say that you tried at your 39th birthday.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, I know my diet has been slowing down my progress, or maybe even canceling out a lot of the work that I've been doing. I know my body has changed in the sense that I have gotten a lot fitter, a lot stronger. I have converted a lot of fat into muscle, but my progress, as I said, has not been as quickly as what I would have liked it to be because of my diet. This is very hard for me to say, because the one thing that I have to give up is something that I know is going to impact a lot of my relationships, my lifestyle, my social life, my fear of missing out. And I'm actually so scared to say it because I know it's a big thing for me.
Say it, say it, say it, say it.
Yeah, I'm planning on giving up drinking for the next 365 days. So from my 49th birthday, which is around the corner, until my 50th. And who knows, maybe I'll continue to not drink after that. But it is a big thing for me because my entire social life is built around alcohol. It is my go-to when I am feeling stressed or I just want to unwind. After a hectic day at work, and have a glass of wine or two, and it just calms me down, gives me an opportunity to escape from the pressures of daily life. My dad was an alcoholic actually, and it's strange that I ended up liking alcohol. I don't think I have, I don't think I'm an alcoholic. I think I do
love a drink,
a drink or more.
Okay. So when we talk about FOMO, fear of missing out, what do you think you're going to miss out if you stop drinking?
Letting my guard down, forgetting about life stresses.
So if you have to look back, Ginny, with you drinking, what are some of the decisions you've made under the influence that you regret?
Oh! Wow. I think I've got pretty good judgment when it comes to certain decisions. I don't allow my drinking to get to a point where I don't know what I'm doing, or I make like really, really bad decisions. But I know that it does affect my emotional well-being. I know that it does affect my thoughts and the things that come out of my mouth. I feel like, alcohol makes you more of who you are. So I'm not an aggressive person. I'm not a violent person. I am a happy person. And so when I do drink, I do become louder, more funner.
But I think there's a lot of guys out there that are not going to like me, because most of us guys like girls when they're under influence.
Oh, because they're easy.
I didn't say that. Now,
well, there's a common, but there's a common assumption, I guess.
The alcohol does all the work. Now, so going forward, how are you gonna chart your progress?
Oh, well, I'm relying on the team at DBF to support me in that journey. Today I trained without a book, and I felt a little bit, I've become so reliant on that book and the stars that I get after every session. And I didn't follow the programs previously. I used to just come in and train and do my own thing. And I think you told me that, it's nice to have some sort of structure and program. And so I started doing the programs according to the
And look how you look.
I know, it's amazing, and I won't leave here without my star. So today I walked in and I didn't, I felt a little bit lost. I mean, the fitness marshals did come to me and say, what are you doing today? And I said, I don't have a book. But I did my own workout, and I obviously relied on my knowledge from the previous programs that I did. And I just focused on a few areas of my body today. But even walking out without that star, it felt like something was missing. So I'm relying on you a lot and the team at DBF to support me on my journey and guide me in terms of what it is I need to do from a training perspective and from a diet perspective or nutrition perspective. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a tough journey. 365 days is very long, the longest I went.
But it's one day at a time. Don't look at it as 365. You're making the commitment today, and every day, don't think about tomorrow. It's baby steps. Accountability. Accountability is key. Without accountability, you end up doing stupid things, all of us. Now, you're talking about feeling iffy because you didn't have the star. The star is an accountability tool because you have to earn it, you can't buy it. What accountability structures or measures are you bringing into place? Is there any specific friends out there that you're going to rely on? For sure, Dream Body Fitness, we as Dream Body Fitness are going to hold you accountable. We're going to go in and do your fitness biometric assessment. We'll see where you are now and then set goals. So we'll do this in 42-day intervals. We're not going to do it straight 365 days. But is there anything socially outside the gym that you want to bring in as accountability tools?
Yeah, so, you know, there's a quote that says, and I've heard this often in the last while, don't tell people about your goal, but show them the results. And I wasn't going to mention this to my family or my friends or put it out there socially. And I think I've told like literally very few people, people that I know will support me in my decision. And you know, so I haven't publicly announced it, and I was thinking about maybe making a big announcement on social media. You know, just putting it out there so that I am holding myself accountable to staying focused on this path. And I think once I do that, there's no backing out. And if I am tempted to have a glass of wine, yeah, I'm going to think twice before I do it because I've made this public commitment. And yeah.
But you see, also the society we live in, unfortunately, associates accountability with negativity. You've seen it in the media where they say that player has to be held accountable, or that politician or that CEO has to be held accountable. And in other words, what they're saying is he has to be punished. But we have to look at accountability from a very different positive perspective. Accountability simply means owning your thoughts, owning your actions, and owning your outcome. So whatever you think, whatever you say, and whatever you do has to align. And that's the kind of accountability we're going to use when it comes to you engaging on this Revenge Body program. Anything else that you want to share with your friends out there? Any kind of advice that you want to share with that hesitant woman out there that thinks she'll never be able to do it, she's given up?
Yeah, you know, mindset is so important. And I think for a very, very long time, I felt like either I was sleeping under a rock or making excuses. And blaming others as well, you know, blaming circumstances, blaming people, blaming relationships, partners, life circumstances, you know, just, not taking that accountability. And, you know, it took me a long time to get here, and I've learned so much in the last decade. I have grown, as you said, immensely. You know, I remember the first day, and you always remind me about this, the first day that I walked into DBF and I had that conversation with you about joining up. And my intention was only to sign up for 12 weeks, lose the weight, go on my beach holiday on my 40th birthday, walk in a bikini comfortably and confidently, and never come back to the gym. And 10 years later, I'm still here. And I'm still struggling to achieve my fitness goals. The other thing that also has just happened to me, well, in the last few months, is that I started menopausing. And I started menopausing early. And, you know, again, my weight has been up and down, and it's been frustrating because I train so hard. And I mean, it does scare me because I don't even know, even if it is my diet you know, even if I do focus on eating properly and eliminating alcohol from my life for the next 365 days, I don't know, you know, I don't know if the menopause and the underactive thyroid is going to allow me to still achieve my 50th birthday goal. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try, and I'm gonna give it my best shot. And I'm relying on a lot of people out there, my family, my friends, my, you know, people in my social life to actually support me on this journey. And
is there any specific particular workouts that you're looking forward to on this journey?
Oh yes, I started boxing, inspired by Fatima as well. I mean, when I see her and I look at how she has progressed on her boxing journey, I never used to attend a class. In fact, the last class I attended was the Melt 60 class that you gave probably 10 years ago. And I walked out of that class thinking, I'm not doing this again. And so I've been very reluctant to join a class. And the classes are actually amazing. It's so much fun. And I started one-on-one boxing with Coach Maurice, and I do box fit. And yeah, it's just, I'm finding that that's a lot of fun. It's allowing me to get rid of a lot of frustration. So I'm gonna concentrate on continuing boxing at least once a week. I've committed to that, to staying, to trying out the classes as much as I can, and then just to continue to focus on weights. I love weight training. I didn't like cardio a lot, but now BoxFit and boxing incorporates a lot of cardio. So I think it's all about getting that balance right.
Now, the $1 million question, Ginny. How are we going to celebrate this milestone? Is there going to be alcohol?
No. Well, who knows, maybe. Look, the longest I've given up alcohol, since I've started drinking, which was in my 1920s, the longest I've given up alcohol was for 9 months when I found out I was pregnant. And it wasn't hard to do it then because, I think when you become a mom and you're responsible for somebody else's life, you want to make sure that you're giving them the absolute best of everything.
You had a very strong why.
Yes, exactly. And this has to be a strong why too, because I'm only going to turn 50 once. This is not going to happen again. And I'm not going to achieve this goal when I'm 51 or 52. I want to achieve it when I'm 50.
So how are we going to celebrate?
Well, I'm hoping I'm going to have a big 50th birthday bash, but also, this is so hard for me to say.
Yeah.
My 50th birthday goal is
just don't think about it. Don't think about it. Just think aloud.
Yeah. So I want to be able to walk, or maybe even to have a photo shoot of myself in a bikini and feel confident about my body and comfortable about my body.
And it shall be done. You're ready for even a bikini. You're ready for that photo shoot. That's been Ginny. Ginny, thank you very much for sharing your journey with us. We will keep a lookout on you. We will cheer you on. We know you can do this. You've done it before, but we're just getting better. Remember what Ginny said. She thought that it will get easier, but the truth of the matter is exercise never gets easier. You just become better. Every week we make sure that we turn the heat on. So my advice to you is, if you can't take the heat in my kitchen, you can get the hell out of it. See you soon. God bless.
Bye.